old school like LL, making money, raising hell in order to get they off. Very well. Take control of that steering wheel. Chef Camaro, God peace from K1 like Jack Harrow. Give her that straight and narrow. Let me take you on a vacation, girl. I got everything. Show you the world. Let me take you on a vacation, girl. I got everything. Show you the world. Trampoline, handshake, her name be
Con los rompe discoteca. Tú quieres duro. 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 Hoy te demostramos que somos los nuevos jefes del underground. Dale tiro y dale más duro. It is high, it is far, it is God. Los verdaderos. Vamos pa' la calle.
Mixing live straight from New York City.
Gente, how is everyone doing today? Welcome back to another episode of Don Yankee con el Party, brought to you by NYYNEWS. I am Roberto Ruiz, aka Don Sicario. We back, folks. Recovering. My voice is recovering, so if it's a little bit raspy, I apologize. But I am still recovering from this weekend's event at Yankee Stadium against the San Francisco Giants. NYYNEWS TV had an event, an amazing event. Everybody had a ball. Shout out to everyone in that family. Met a bunch of great people. I got to meet a lot of the folks that we're always in the chat with. There's too many to mention. I don't want to forget anybody's name, so I'm just going to shout everyone out. Let's get to it, folks. Let's talk about the New York Yankees. Gleyber Torres. Gleyber. Gleyber Torres is balling out. He got sick of hearing us talk about trade talks. So he wanted to show everyone, I'm not one to trade. I'm one you need to keep on the team to help win. Now, is this going to help Gleyber stay on the team? Or is it going to help him become a trade piece? At 19 at-bats, a .421 average, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, 5 stolen bases, a 1.349 OPS. Get it, boy? Get it, Gleyber? I love Gleyber. But let's be honest, though. Out of all the players on that team, the one that made the most sense to trade is Gleyber. Especially with the way the brass was talking about Peraza and Volpe being the future up the middle infield. I've had people tell me, listen, there's no point in trading him because if we trade Gleyber, we're losing a big bat. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I love Gleyber. I don't want to trade him, but as content creators, we're speaking about what are the possibilities for this team, and what we're speaking on what we're seeing and hearing from the brass. Now, if we're going by what the brass is saying and what all these check marks are talking about, Gleyber Torres is that guy.
Damn,
IKF
son.
is that guy that everybody's talking about to trade.
Damn, son.
And Gleyber Torres he's having a great 2023 season, but he's had his moments where he hasn't been good. So, yeah, a lot of fans were upset with him. A lot of fans wanted him gone. But Gleyber's doing well. He's doing very well this 2023 season. He's been a big part of the offense. My thing is, for the folks saying, now look at you guys, all of you guys that were calling for him to be traded. How y'all feeling now? Okay, how about this? How are we feeling about this? Are you willing to give Gleyber Torres an extension, $100 million extension? And are you willing to extend him for another a few years more? Be honest with yourselves. Are you guys willing to trade Peraza and keep Gleyber and give him an extension? That's a lot of question marks. But the good thing is Gleyber Torres is playing well. Good for you, Gleyber, the baby boy of the Yankees. He was the original baby boy, right? Before we got Volpe, the golden boy. Gleyber Torres was the baby. So, shout out to Gleyber Torres. He's balling out. He's showing why he should be on this team. Cool. I'm happy for him. I want him to do well. Anybody on this team, I want them to do well. Even Aaron Hicks. Speaking of Aaron Hicks, in my opinion, his days are numbered. This guy, Aaron Hicks, has the audacity to talk reckless about the brass, about Aaron Boone, the manager. He's been talking so reckless about him. I mean, he even compared Dave Roberts, I think that's his name, the manager for the Dodgers, about how, look at Gallo, how well he's doing. Like, basically, he's throwing Boone under the bus. That was last year. Now, this year, he's complaining about his playing time. Like, all these shots that he's throwing at the brass, and especially at Aaron Boone. And Aaron Boone, Bubbles, as professional as he is, he's still showing love to Hicks.
Damn,
and every time they
son.
ask him about it, he doesn't throw him under the bus or anything like that. He keeps it very professional. And he's still showing, every time he talks about him, he always adds that little, we want him to succeed like we feel like we think he can do. My guy, in 7 at-bats, has a 0 average, 0 home runs, 0 RBIs, 0 stolen bases, and a .125 OPS. What happened to the fuck you attitude? The 30-30 season? You're not playing as much because you're not producing. Not because nobody, it's not that because they don't like you. The reason they don't like you is because you're talking shit and you're not backing it up. That's the only reason why fans don't like you. That's why fans are booing you. Derek Jeter said it. They boo you because they want you to succeed. They want you to do well. Michael K with his stupid comments. We'll get to that a little bit later. But Aaron Hicks' days are numbered. He's washed. And I actually, in a few videos back, I actually had him doing better than what Donaldson. I had Hicks being able to produce more and do more for this club than what Donaldson would. And Donaldson hasn't looked that bad. At least his defense is elite. But Aaron Hicks is just making it, in my opinion, his days are numbered. You can't sit there and talk all this nonsense and then you go up, they give you a chance and you don't do shit. What are we doing here, kid? What are we doing here? Cabrera got the word that he was going to be the left fielder. That's his position. They sat him to play Hicks after his stupid comments. And we could sit there and criticize Boone for it. But at the same time, as a manager, you got to realize they're going to try everything they can to get these guys started. The confidence level. Boone was brought to this team to be a player's manager, to get the best out of these guys. They got rid of Girardi because of supposedly his relationship with Gary Sanchez. So they brought in somebody that's a little bit more lean and somebody that could get a little bit more of a better relationship with these players. Boone's doing that. Boone has spoken. All he has done is speak positive about Aaron Hicks. And Hicks has the nerves to go out there and talk and throw Boone under the bus. Come on. Come on, son. Come on.
Damn,
you know what?
Son.
I hope Hicks the best. I wish him the best because if he's playing well, just look at right now. DJ LeMahieu's healthy. And he's playing very well. Gleyber Torres is playing very well. When these guys produce, it helps the team. Obviously. So if Hicks produces, it's going to help us right now. It's going to help us. And we just got to keep an eye out for it. Let's see what happens. I hope they don't bench Cabrera again. Because I know Cabrera hasn't really been hitting, but you got to give the kid a chance. And I feel like if you give him a chance, he's going to produce. But anyways, IKF, Isaiah Connor Falefa, the Hawaiian Hustle. He is a fighter. Un gallo. He's going out there. He told the brass he would play whichever position they need him to. He's been playing the outfield. And guess what? He's looked good. He's looked better than what Hicks has. Like what Hicks. He looks better than Hicks out there in the outfield. Josh Donaldson left the game with a hamstring, a tight hamstring, something like that. And guess who they slid into third? IKF. And he made a great play. Listen, I don't have no issues with IKF. I feel like IKF from the get has been thrown into the fire. Hasn't given a fair chance. My guy's a Gold Glover at third, and they started him off at shortstop. They put him in the outfield. He said he would even, they spoke to him about even playing the catcher role. I've said it before. He's a great utility player. If we was to keep him, he would definitely slide into that utility role. So, good for IKF. I know he's gotten a lot of, they fried him a lot, but IKF is a fighter. He is a team player. He will do whatever the team needs him to do. He's not like like Aaron Hicks complaining all the damn time and not showing anything for it. IKF makes a mistake and he owns it. He doesn't sit there coming up with a bunch of excuses or, I don't get enough. I don't want to come off the bench. You just play to hit against relievers and blah, blah, blah. Like, IKF is going out there. He's keeping his mouth shut and he's playing. The only time you hear him speak about himself is when he's talking about what position they want him to play and how he's going to try to go out there and just play his best. Good for you, IKF. I'm rooting for you. If the Yankees end up keeping you, I wish you the best of luck. And if you go somewhere else, same. I wish you the best of luck. Garrett Cole, the ace. Garrett Cole came out with the short hair this time, a little bit chunkier. He's been nasty. Garrett Cole has been showing everyone why he is the ace of the New York Yankees. He's been showing everyone why he is that guy. Let's see how I can't wait for us to get Rodon back. I can't wait for us to get a healthy Sevy back. Once all these guys come back healthy, the Yankees rotation can finally be one of the top rotations in the game. So Garrett Cole, man, Garrett Cole's out there, and he's such a leader. He's a big part of this rotation. His Kermit the Frog voice. Guys, guys. Garrett Cole. I got mad love for Garrett Cole, and I'm happy that we have him. So we're gonna look out for that. He's been amazing. He's been amazing. The only run in his ERA right now, I think it was due to leaving a man on base, and they took him out, and I think Loizaga got that. They hit off Loizaga with a sacrifice fly out, and they scored on that. That's the only. If not, I think he would have a 0 ERA, if I'm not mistaken. But that's our ace. This is a Cy Young year for him, man. I see a lot of people tweeting that this is gonna be Garrett Cole's Cy Young year. I'm all for it. Michael K. They're calling him a company man. Yes. Yes, you are, folks. Yes, you are. All he does is defend the brass. Thank God we have Don LaGreca on that show with him. Don LaGreca, shout out to Don LaGreca. He always speaks for us. He always, every time Michael K starts defending the brass, Don LaGreca always backs us up and say, wait a minute now. And he starts talking that talk. If it wasn't for Don LaGreca, that show would be, It's losing listeners as it is. Without Don LaGreca, I think it would definitely just take a toll. Michael K. he's comparing Volpe and Cabrera to Aaron Hicks, saying that since they're homegrown, we're giving them longer leashes. No, puto. They're rookies. They literally just started. Aaron Hicks has been on this team for how long? I put a tweet out with some audio of Michael K. talking about them. And it's flying, man. Everybody's on it. I needed to tweet that so everybody can, because when I heard that, I was like, ¿Qué carajo tú estás hablando, mano? What are you talking about? Are we really throwing these two young stud rookies under the bus just to get your point across on defending Aaron Hicks? Because we don't give him a long leash? No, he doesn't have a long leash because he's been sucking for how many years? He's had his great moments, but that's just it. Those are long gone. Are we going to sit here and keep defending these kids? Like, I understand Michael Kay works for the Yankees. They're writing his checks. They're signing his checks. I get that. But don't sit here disrespecting these rookies and throwing them under the bus just to get your point across. Be better than that, Kay. Like, be better than, I like Michael Kay. I like his I like all that. I like his home run calls. I get it. But when he starts defending the brass and starts bashing the fans, like, shut up.
Damn, son.
Because if it wasn't for us, you wouldn't have a job.
Damn,
Let's
son.
be real. I hate to be that type of fan, but if it wasn't for us, you wouldn't have a job. Nobody would listen to you, bro. And if it wasn't for Don LaGreca, nobody would listen to that show. Fans call in, and what does he do? He makes fun of them. He disrespects them. But they're right. I know there's a few of them that are a little bit out of hand, a little bit out of pocket, but come on. We're calling it like it is. Even the most out of pocket fans somewhat are right. Are we going to sit there bashing these rookies because you want to make your point across trying to defend Aaron Hicks? Come on. No, senor. No, senor. No. We're not going to do that. We're not going to talk about the Golden Boy. We're not going to talk about Mr. Ozzy. You know, where's Waldo? Coming out to Ozzy Osbourne's The Crazy Train song. I love these kids. We're not going to sit there disrespecting them so you could defend Aaron Hicks, who's disrespected the brass, who's disrespected the Yankees manager. And then they finally put him out there 2 games and he goes over. He hasn't gotten a hit. Oh, I need more playing time. So do the rookies. You give up on play. Yo, I've said this before. Aaron Hicks has clocked out a long time ago. They were going to trade him. Y'all can say whatever the hell y'all want. Aaron Hicks was going to be traded and he knows it. The same way Gleyber Torres was going to be traded and he knew it. That's why he had that whole situation last year that he was playing bad for a bit. And he got over it, and it seems like he's gotten over it. Aaron Hicks, come on. You want everybody to just feel sorry for you and put you out there. On the baseball field, you've been shit. Off the baseball field, you've been shit, especially with your whole marriage and all of that situation and your new marriage. It's none of my business. I'm not one to be chinchando about that. It's none of my business. But you want fans to be on your good side? Stop acting like a piece of shit. That's it. So anyways, I'm ready for this season. So far the Yankees are playing well. Brito, man, that kid is that new pitcher we have, he's pretty good. They sent him down. A lot of people complain, but I understand. He's coming back up. I feel like he's going to be a big part of this team. He's a young arm, really, he's a great pitcher. Good for him. Let's see what happens once everybody starts returning from injuries. Let's see if the Yankees make some moves. We're still waiting. I was wrong. They never made a move in spring training. I was really hoping for that. Usually they've done it before in spring training where they bust out some last minute moves. It didn't happen. And I don't believe that Brian Cashman didn't try. I just think he didn't find the right matchups. When Michael Kay said there was a big move coming, I truly believe there was. I just feel like it fell apart, of course. Nothing's ever 100%. I don't think Michael Kay was full of it. I think he really did get some news, like something big was happening. It just fell apart. Cool. But let's see what happens. Trade deadline comes, I don't like the trade deadline because a lot of the teams hold the Yankees. Like they try to hustle us, and Brian Cashman's not one to be hustled. He does the hustling, right? Cash God. But let's see what happens. Hopefully, because this team still seems incomplete. The roster construction is super off. How so, Sicario? We got IKF playing the outfield over Aaron Hicks. The only reason they played Aaron Hicks was because he was all of his BS comments. So they had to play him. It was kind of like you know what? Good for Boone, though. I feel like he was like, all right, you talking all this? All right, go ahead, show us. And he didn't do stuff. He didn't do anything. He goes, that's why. Sit down.
Damn, son.
This roster construction is super off. We need a lefty bat. You guys know it. We're sitting here talking because that's what we do. All you listeners, you know what I'm saying. We're all on the same page. Yankee fans are all on the same page. Like, we're all united in this. Like, some of us are bickering and whatnot. That's cool. That happens. Family does that. But at the end of the day, we all know we know what's missing on this team. We know what needs to be done. And we're on Twitter. We're on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We're all out here on all social media platforms begging for the team to make certain moves. And we're out there. We're telling our opinions and we're saying what needs to be done. Cool. Let's see what happens, folks. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for this season. I'm enjoying baseball again. No matter how much we complain, we're always going to be there watching. So don't sit there saying, oh, you guys aren't real fans. Shut up. You can sit there and be content with everything the Yankees do. We can sit there and complain about it. At the end of the day, we're all supporting this team. A lot of us that have been complaining about the brass, we're all going to the games. We're all there. We're all spending our hard-earned money on this team. We have a right to complain. Speaking of the games, I want to go back to that event on Saturday, April 1st. What an event. Shout out to Pete Seminetti putting that thing together. And his wife, Gita. Shout out to them. Shout out to Hector. Jigga Man, like from Get Yanked and them. Like, what an event. We had so much fun. I met so many people. Like, we got to put faces to all these Twitter handles and these YouTube usernames. We're always in the chats. You know, it's like a family in there. We finally got to see each other. So that was cool. Shout out to my guy, Felix, at NYYNEWS, La Mente Maestra. After all the event, after all of that, late into the AM, he's like, all right, let's go, Sicario. I'm going to show you around. We went out, popping bottles, had a great time. Shout out to my guy. We're going to be cooking up this season. Y'all stay tuned. Go to his page at NYYNEWS. Hit up the shop. Get the merch. I rolled up with my Don Yankee hat. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was showing love. We're a family, folks. We're a family. So leave a like, subscribe, comment. Get involved, folks. Remember what I'm always saying? Your opinions matter. All of our opinions matter, even if everyone doesn't agree with it. It matters. So follow me on Twitter at Don Sicario1. Show some love. Show some love, folks. And again, hold it down.
Mixing live straight from New York City.